Hello all, welcome back. Time for a bit more Yes, but we're going to fast forward from where I was on other tracks, which is on the Yes playlist, which is on the channel, which I hope you go and check out. This is from the 90125 album, which had been sort of, its initial genesis was 90124, but they couldn't get it to work, but there was two t-shirts, I'd like one of them. Imagine how much it'd be worth. So this is 90125, the album. The single was Owner of a Lonely Heart. There's a whole history behind that, but there's a lot goes on with Yes, apart from beautiful music, as with all bands that are creatively beautiful geniuses. But let's just get into the song for a while, and we'll talk about the other stuff as we go along. That's just not the Yes that you would know from previous encounters like I've done with Roundabout and stuff. There's a reason it's got a whole different sound to it. The introduction is rocky and everything going on here. That comes down to the producer, we can get into a bit, but let's just pull that back and get back into the song. So this song, in essence, we'll talk about the song a bit later, but I don't know I'm interrupting here, but there's so much goes on with Yes. Produced by Trevor Horn. This was written originally by Trevor Rabin, who joined them in 83, 82. Yeah, he'd just come from another, been released. He was a solo artist looking for a band. Certain members got together. When John Anderson joined, then it became, with Alan White, John Anderson and Chris Squire, and you could call it Yes because there was 4 original members. There was whole things going on. Other members had been in Badfinger. Rabin had also done some stuff from Manfred Mann, but he had this was originally his song. He had the bass line, the lead, most of the lyrics done, but when they got in the studio, and there was so much goes on with Yes in that period. Eventually, John Anderson came back to provide some vocals. They had a big argument over the tweaking the lyrics. They got Rabin to agree. They ran out of money. Then they had to go to RCA in France, get some money because the original guy had also worked with Yes back in '69 or something like that. So it's just to get to this album, which then became their most successful album. God almighty. But yeah, that's just before I listen to the song, right? But I like it, I remember it.
Say you don't want to chance it. You've been hurt so before. Watch it now. Eagle in the sky. How we dancing one and only. You lose yourself. No, not for pity's sake. There's no real reason to be lonely. Be yourself. Give your free will a chance.
what's fascinating to me, because obviously I didn't know much of Yes, but done quite a bit now, and I loved I loved the progressive stuff. And in this period, they needed a hit record, right? And they think they had the basis of a game changer, as they called it, what I've read in articles. But you still had to be Yes, right? You still had to throw. You had to give us some flavour of even being progressive within that 83 sound. Trevor Horn had worked with like Sir Frank Good Hollywood, ABC. ABC, good, cool band, by the way. Great voice. Terrible. Had some really bad times with our lead singer. Anyway, Lexicon of Love was theirs. But they still had to give you something that was just enough different. So you had that, you've got funk going on there. You've got that post-punk riffs going on there, American rock opening, some whiz-bangy stuff going on with sound effects, but still you get Trevor Rabin, John Anderson's lyrics. They change it a bit. The song's enough to not be this happy pop song. So you still get the flavour of Yes, but I guess they had to survive as a band in order to be able to tour and, and still remain, not maybe true, maybe they saw it as a directional change they wanted to. This was 83 with Alan White on the drums and stuff, but it's still them. You still get that flavour of them. Yeah, I still like that. That's a really good guitar solo as well. That was Trevor Rabin. It's not a simple song, but they must have liked it because they did it when they were inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2017, actually. They performed this song. But it was their biggest selling single, number one in America, number two in the US. Various countries it charted, gold, double gold, all those things. When singles were singles, there was no digital streaming, there was no Napster that I'm aware of. No, there was not even any internet, God's sake. Well, there was internet, it just wasn't as we know it. But a complicated band with a complicated history that still give you great songs. Can you ask for much more? Obviously, Rick Wakeman wasn't in there, and that tells. But the song really isn't a nice song. The owner of a lonely heart, much better than a broken heart. Don't deceive your free will at all. Just receive it. For me, it's about you've got the choice. You can be miserable, or you can use your free will. But also, don't use your free will not to get trapped something and you don't want, so therefore you'll have a broken heart. Use your free will to be the owner of it's just great. Owner of a lonely heart is better than the owner of a broken heart. Yeah, and you can take away from that. It's kind of ironic, it's kind of dark, it's kind of pokes a bit of fun at it, it's kind of serious. But behind it all is still Yes. They didn't fall into that trap of, no disrespect to Frankie Goes to Hollywood or ABC. They weren't a mainstream pop band and aren't now, weren't then. Not really. But this gave them enough to be, I guess, tour the rest of the next 40 years, which is so cool, and make other music. But that was, Yes, Owner of a Lonely Heart from the album 90125, not Beverly Hills 9012, whatever it is. But yeah, I liked it. It had enough in it to know it was them and to know why they were there. Great history behind the song. But yeah, I'll go to the tracks backwards and forwards. But Yes, fans, I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments. If this is your 15th listen to me on the channel, please just click that subscribe button so I can share it with everyone. Until next time, guys, take care.